The sky over Guangzhou was the color of steel. That morning, the heavy doors of the First People's Court opened with a cold, metallic echo. A silent crowd lined both sides of the entrance. Everyone was waiting for one woman, not a movie star, not a politician, but the mysterious figure who had blown apart the faith of an entire generation of crypto investors. She stepped out of the armored transport van. Beige coat, neatly brushed black hair, eyes hollow, as if she'd just returned from another world. The name Chinese media gave her, the Bitcoin Queen. Zhu Suosuo, 35, unarmed, carrying nothing but the faint smile that once convinced tens of thousands she was a genius of the blockchain age. But today, she stood there like a ghost. Inside the courtroom, the silence was so deep it felt like no one was breathing as the verdict was read. The court sentences the defendant to 11 years and 6 months, all illegal assets to be confiscated, restitution to be paid to the victims. No one knew what went through her mind at that moment. Regret? Fear? Or did she still believe she was innocent? Only one thing was certain. The Bitcoin Queen's crypto empire collapsed in an instant, like a blockchain losing its final node. But how did an unknown woman manage to build a multi-billion-dollar fraud? And why, right now, in an age of chaotic AI and global crypto fever, does her story feel more terrifying than ever? In a world where everything is digitized, money, identity, emotion, a con artist doesn't need guns or soldiers. They only need a beautiful story and a platform willing to spread it. The central question of this series: how can a single individual bring down a decentralized financial system using only one thing: human belief? The Bitcoin Queen case isn't just a criminal trial. It isn't just a massive Ponzi scheme. It isn't just another crypto scam. It's a chilling reminder. No matter how advanced the technology becomes, humans will always be the weakest link. And the scariest part? Zhu Suosuo wasn't a hacker in the traditional sense. She didn't write malware. She didn't breach cold wallets. She didn't break through firewalls. She hacked the one thing every blockchain system leaves unprotected: human greed and the fear of missing out. Zhu Suosuo was born in Guangxi, in a family that barely made ends meet. She didn't come from the Beijing or Shanghai elite. She didn't study engineering. She didn't study finance. Her 20s were ordinary, almost invisible, selling things online, making small attempts at investing, trying to claw her way out of the shadow of poverty. She was the kind of person society simply overlooks. Until 2017, when Bitcoin began to set the world on fire. In 2018, Zhu attended a small blockchain seminar in Shenzhen. That night, under the neon purples and blues of a city obsessed with startups, she listened to speeches about the future of decentralized finance. People said money would no longer be controlled by the state. Banks would disappear. Anyone who got into crypto early would become a king or a queen. And in that moment, Zhu realized, I don't need to create the technology. I just need to create the belief. She started with a small Telegram group, flashing profits from her so-called automated Bitcoin trading bot. In reality, there was no bot, just money from new investors paying the old ones. But the way she did it was different. Nightly live streams sharing trading secrets, encouraging women to invest, free gifts, free coaching, carefully crafting the image of a successful CEO. In a crypto world dominated by men, the image of a confident, smart, elegant female leader became rare and irresistible. Within just 1 year, her community exploded like a meme coin in a bull run, 5,000 members, then 20,000, then 80,000. That was only the beginning. Zhu launched her investment platform, BitMe, advertised as offering 8-15% monthly returns, risk insurance partnerships with Bitcoin mining farms in Russia and Myanmar connections to Singapore investment funds, collaboration with the FBI of crypto to prevent hacks. All of it was completely fake, but the UI was beautiful. The dashboard updated in real time. Balances ticked upward every minute, a psychological masterpiece. Zhu's live streams became a weekly event. She spoke softly, smiled gently, her minimalist setup looking like a scene from a Netflix documentary. Viewers said they trusted her for one simple reason. She didn't look like a scammer. She looked like someone trying to help people escape poverty. And that was the most dangerous psychological trick of all. From 2020-2022, BitMe spread far beyond China to Vietnam, the Philippines, Nigeria, UAE, Turkey. KOL groups were paid 10-20% commissions. Millions of dollars flowed through hot wallets every single day. Investigators later found where the money went. Some into real estate, some into luxury cars, some into offshore accounts. Some used to pump worthless tokens. Some converted into USDT to make the trail vanish. Court records estimate the total losses between $2 and $4 billion. A massive network that didn't need hackers breaking into servers, just someone breaking into human trust. By late 2022, the crypto market crashed. BitMe investors began demanding withdrawals. But the system reported node maintenance, blockchain congestion, internal audit in progress, optimizing transaction throughput. Technical-sounding excuses hiding a simple truth: the money was gone. An investigator recalled, one of the platform's developers suddenly quit, cut all contact, and disappeared from Shenzhen. It was the first clear sign that the system was about to collapse. May 3, 2023. A group of 20 investors showed up at BitMe's Hangzhou office. Door locked, sign removed, furniture gone. Only the smell of old paint and a few cut cables left on the floor. BitMe had vanished, along with billions of dollars. Chinese police issued a nationwide warrant for Zhu Suo. In the crypto community, the news spread like a virus. The Bitcoin queen has fled. Panic erupted. Telegram lit up. People lost homes. Others fell into debt. One victim said, "When I realized everything was gone, it felt like I could hear the blockchain exploding inside my head." Official information was vague. Some sources said Zhu turned herself in. Others said she was caught at the border. Some believed she tried escaping to Laos or Myanmar, home to dozens of scam compounds run by major cybercrime syndicates. One thing was certain: when she was captured, she didn't resist. Maybe she knew her empire had reached its end. The court concluded, over 10,000 victims, thousands of linked wallets, cross-border laundering routes, a pyramid-style structure, fake financial reports, ROI completely fabricated. The verdict hit like an axe. 11 years and 6 months in prison. Her empire collapsed. But a bigger question lingered. Was she truly the mastermind, or just the face of a much larger cybercrime machine? Many experts suspect BitMe was linked to money laundering stablecoin networks, crypto brokerage syndicates in Hong Kong, Southeast Asian scam networks, cybercrime groups operating out of Myanmar and Cambodia, and Zhu was simply the brand ambassador. But the story didn't end. Just 3 months after her sentencing, a new platform appeared online, BitMe Global 2.0. Logo, 90% identical. ROI promises the same. Marketing language. The former CEO was wrongfully accused. We're back stronger than ever. Despite all warnings, thousands joined again, as if they had learned nothing. And here is the most important twist of the entire series. The death of a scam doesn't kill greed. It simply clears the path for a more sophisticated scam. Ju Suo didn't hack banks. She hacked people's minds. FOMO. The belief in life-changing opportunities. Desperation in hard economic times. Loneliness in the age of social media. The desire to escape the cycle of poverty. Crypto promises freedom, but freedom without understanding turns people into targets. Years later, even as Ju sits in prison, investigators are still tracing Bitme's missing money. And one final question keeps echoing. If crypto was created so no one controls it, then who takes responsibility when everything falls apart? A new economy is emerging. AI trading, automated bots, anonymous DeFi platforms. And if someone as ordinary as Zhu could build a billion-dollar scam, then in the age of AI, when everything can be automated, what horrors are we about to face next? The screen fades to black. A final line appears. Trust is the original blockchain, and when trust is hacked, every system collapses.